Again, appreciate you being here. I'd like to recognize sitting next to my wife is Mike Nadich, who is Jeremy's agent, who's been who we've had a couple of other players here with, and thank you for coming. Um, and we'll argue later about the contract. I, one of the things that these two guys sitting over here, and Dave and Walt, have done. I think we've got a decent track record with our second round picks. And Jeremy, somebody, if you look at his statistics, you say 10 points and about 6.5 rebounds. I don't think they overwhelm you. But if you look at his percentage in shooting, you realize that he's somebody that didn't miss very often, and played the position probably dead in the post at Western Kentucky, and I think we'll change that a little bit. But the other thing I want to let you know is that I also heard that his range is about 29 and 26 or 28 feet after three is what he was saying. So I didn't tell Coach that. We're going to go to camp, and I think Randy made a good point. We had targeted him after in the draft, and as his name kept slipping down the list, we were hopeful that he would get to us. And when he did, we were happy to take him. And we're going to Orlando, and he's going to have a great opportunity to play a lot of basketball down there. And I know one thing: when he came in here to work out for us, he impressed us with his athleticism and shape he's in. And you're going to need it down there, so get ready. But what I'd like also to say is that I think as you wind up talking to him, you're going to see somebody that's a happy young man, both on and off the court. Your turn.
Man, lost for words, and I just want to thank everyone, for having faith in me and just taking the chance to pick me. I just want to come out and show everyone that, it's not the Utah Jazz. Prove to them why they slipped up on me, and to show these guys they made the right pick.
Jeremy, why are you such a shooter? 69%. I mean, that's the percentage of that is with your shooting percentage. Tell us about your shot.
Well, I don't like missing because we had a lot of guys on the court that did that. So I just said I'm gonna take it upon myself. That if I want to take a shot, it has to be a good one. So I believe that's a big point.
Jeremy, tell us about your day. How long was it? The details of the travel.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh man. I got up I stayed up. Came to the airport at like 4, and the flight left at 6, and flew to Atlanta, and that's where everything went downhill. There were so many people, and God told me that the gate was changed and overbooked. And after I missed my flight, there's maybe 15 people on standby, so I thought I was still not gonna make it here, but I was able to make it in, so I'm just glad to be here.
Are you aware of the Jazz's history with second-round picks? Does that kind of give you some hope? And,
well, I wasn't until maybe last night. I found out all about it. Second-round picks. They said they usually keep them. They usually do well. So
one thing I noticed looking at your stuff, you guys beat Murray State, and you had a good game against them. Not very many people beat Murray State last year. Butler was one of them. You were one of them. You remember that game?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, because I believe the year before that they beat us by 30. So we had a game.
And just your specific memory of how that game went. Did you beat them handily? Did you beat them at the buzzer? What was it?
I think we beat them pretty good. It wasn't a blowout, but it was good enough. So yeah, we was proud of that.
what do you think you have to do to show the Jazz to earn a full-time roster spot?
Just to show them that I can come out and work hard, and I can play in this position, and just come out and get energy and do what they want me to do, play my role.
Jeremy, we all get to watch the draft on TV and you all hear everything that happens. What was the day like for you yesterday? Where were you?
idea what was going to happen. And I was with my family, my mom, my little brother, and a couple of people just around the community. And we were just sitting there watching. And I told them nothing. They thought I knew it. And I was just sitting there the whole time. Got to like 50. But I didn't give up till, I said I'm not going to give up till 60's over. So, and after my name got called, I jumped up and I looked around. Everybody was still sitting. I was like, man, what's wrong with you? I thought it was crazy that I see one more person make a reaction and I just took off. So it was crazy.
Tell us about your mom and what her reaction was.
I really don't know because I just took off and they just told me she was screaming. So.
Sounds like you're a fairly accomplished artist from what I could read. How did that interest start, and why have you pursued it as you've gotten older?
Well, I believe I, stuck with it just because the motivation that people, gave me over the past years. When I was little, I started, and my mom stayed on me. The teacher told her to watch out for me because I'd probably be pretty good. And after that, I just stuck with it. And, I made a career out of it.
Back to the history of the second rounders here. Is that more inspiring for you, or is that more pressure for you to live up to it and want to?
I would say it's pressure because with my expectations, I want to stay here as long as I can, and I think it's very inspiring. I just want to come and work hard and make the spot.
Kevin said last night one of the things that caught their eye was how you worked out and how competitive you were working out with some guys who went ahead of you in the draft. What do you recall about the workout here that you had?
I believe I did pretty good. Just, not the best, but some shots I wanted to knock down that I think I could have. But I really competed. And just probably because, I knew some of those guys were probably ahead of me anyway. I just wanted to, like you said, come out and show them that I could compete with them.
What do you see as your position at this level?
Small forward until I pick up some weight, and then maybe power forward.
Has it been hard to put weight on your frame?
Yes, sir. Bring it on.
You might ask some sports writers.
Okay.
They're all kind of weight. What do you know about the Utah Jazz and the organization?
Not too much because I didn't really watch TV growing up because we really didn't have cable. Like now, I went home and went somewhere else to watch the draft. So I just know they, it's real well developed program, and the people here are, great. And that's all I've been hearing from everyone. I couldn't be in a better situation. So I just know it's gonna be the right spot for me.
What do you see as your best skill on the basketball court?
Probably just being energetic, just being there and presenting presence.